Today we're going to have a quick introduction, and our main focus will be building fluency with 2s, 5s, 9s, and 10s. And what that means is, to build fluency, it means to make sure that you have your times tables automatic. Automaticity is being able to say 2 times 5 and knowing that it's 10. And 9 times 6 is 54. And you just know it instantly with a snap of your fingers. And we're going to try and make sure that you build that fluency, that automatic remembering, by practicing. And there will be a couple games to be invented, and you get to be the inventor. But the main focus will be fast arrays. So let's get on and show you what we're doing. Basically, building fluency with 2s, 5s, 9s, and 10s. That's our lesson objective. And so if we are able to do that, we're going to just practice and solve multiplication and division problems. So I'm going to model an array first, a fast array. If you notice, fast arrays look just like an array. I've set this array up with 3 columns and 5 rows. Stop. There we go. We have 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, and they're set into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, isn't 3 columns by 5 rows the same as the equation 3 times 5? And what does that equal? 15. Well, we could go through and count those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But wouldn't it be easier to make it into an equation? 3 times 5 is 3 columns. Whoops. 3 columns, 1, 2, and 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to get rid of these orange columns, and I'm going to show you a fast way to do an array. If you know how many columns there are and how many rows, 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns. Even though we took out the orange columns, it's still there. We know that it's there, and we want to be super fast. 1, 2, 3. 3 rows times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 times 5 equals 15. So that is a fast array. We didn't have to put in the extra orange parts. We already know it was 3 columns by 5 rows. So for your assignment, I have 2 problems for you. 1, 5 times 10. See if you can make a fast array that shows me that you understand 5 columns times 10 rows. So there's your first problem. Your second problem, let's keep it down here and you guys can look at it there. Pause the video and I want you to think this one through. If you have 27 students in the orchestra and they stood for a picture and 9 students were in each row, how many rows of students were there? I want you to set it up like a fast array, so you're going to find the total. You're going to have to use your multiplication table. There's some other ways that we'll talk about 9s in class. So set it up, 27 students, 9 were in a row. So you're going to go 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns, all the way to 9 columns, and you're going to see if you can figure out that. So problem number 1, 5 times 10, and then problem number 2, 27 students in the orchestra. Pause the video so you can see that and write it down. Next, we have this problem. Write an equation to represent the problem, then solve the problem. Lindsay needs 40 note cards. The note cards are packaged 10 in a box. How many boxes of cards should Lindsay buy? This is problem number 3. I want you to pause the video and write it down, see if you can figure this one out. I'm not going to say much about this, but I will say that it's working backwards. It is a division problem. You have to take the 40 cards, that's the total, and how many were in each box. See if you can figure that one out on your own. Problem number 3. Problem number 4. Again, a fast array. We want to be able to see if you can do it. This time with 9 rows, Beth planted tulip bulbs in an array with 9 rows and 6 columns. You don't have to do all 9 rows and 6 columns, just make it into a fast array. You can also make it cute because it is a bulb and that's part of a flower, a tulip. So this is problem number 4. Here's a reminder for me. This is actually a flashcard builder that I use with the smartboard. Hopefully we'll get the smartboard working. We've got the smartboard working and we just don't have the light bulb. So hopefully the school can get that. It's been 3 weeks and we really would like to start using it. But this is my reminder to show you that you need to get a set of flashcards. And the easiest way to get flashcards is make your own. But 9 times 3, if you write it down, I have to get my pen out, you can write down 27. You then push submit, see if you get it right. I got it right. I got 1 out of 1 correct. This is an electronic copy, and you can find some electronic versions of and apps that have flashcards. Rocket Math is one, but I'll show you some others later on. But practice with flashcards. That's what I wanted to share with you. Okay, we were on problem number 4. Well, before we get there, I got problem 5 through I think 11 today. This will be going home probably on Thursday, Friday, probably Friday, but it's a home check sheet. Your 2s, 5s, 9s, and 10s all mixed up. 2 times 10 equals 20, 10 times 5 equals 50. Remember that dot? What does it represent? And this asterisk, what does it represent? They're the same as times tables. Well, you also have divisions. See this slash? That slash also means divide. So 18 divided by 2 equals 9. 50 divided by 5 equals 10. This sheet that's going home will be a practice sheet for you. Okay. This is what we'll be doing in class. The homework is practicing what we're doing. I'm always getting questions on this. 14 divided by 2. That's a fraction. And that line in between is a divide sign. So once we show you fractions, you're going to see that it's parts of a whole. 14 parts out of 2. Well, that's 14 divided by 2. And we'll talk about that later, but that's what we'll be doing in class. And we'll also be doing some problems. I like this one. Eric had 2 picnic baskets. It's the same exact thing almost that we just talked about. He put 7 apples in each one. How many apples did he put into the picnic basket? This is the one we did with division, 14 divided by 2. And this one, 2 times 7, is multiplying. We'll be doing these 2 sheets in class. But for your homework tonight, I want you to finish these problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to leave it on the screen, but this is all of our assignment for today. So we have 3 problems, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 11 problems. So hopefully you have that down, and that's all I have for tonight. Make sure you do your WSQ. Good luck.